Can you see them? Nikes, obviously. They're the 1972 first Nike trainer. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the Nike story about how it went from Blue Ribbon Sports to Nike. All you need to know is in 1972, Nike released that trainer. Now, what's that got to do? Everything I've been talking about the last couple of days about niching down. Nike niche down. When you try and start a brand, you don't start by looking at where Nike are today. Let's just take Nike for example, because it makes this subject super clear and you'll get it by the end of this. You don't look where Nike are today. You look at Nike when they started. If you read The Shoe Dog, it's a phenomenal book about Phil Knight, who started Nike with his track coach, if you want to call it that. He was a student of this track coach called Bill Bowerman. But if you read that book, they talk about how they got started and how they started Blue Ribbon Sports, and then eventually got to the point when they launched their first Nike trainer back in 1972. Now, what's the point and how does that affect niching down? They built trainers, him and his running coach built trainers to make them lightweight and the best trainers out there for traction, for speed, for runners at a collegiate level and a professional level. They just focused on creating trainers, this is niching down, creating trainers for track athletes to maximize speed and traction, therefore to get faster times. They went for loads of different types and what have you, and were working with Tiger brand in China. And if you read the book, it's a phenomenal book. But for the point of this video is this: they niched down to runners, and the whole focus was getting that runner trainers light and as traction as possible, so therefore the runners performed better. That's where they started. Now, where Nike today, they have basketball stars, golf stars, soccer stars. They basically in every sport on this globe selling apparel, trainers, equipment. They are a global phenomenon. Where do they start? Selling a running shoe to track athletes. So think about how you brand right now, how you build your business. You don't look at where the big brands are now. Like, prime example, I had a call the other day. One of the guys was looking at the CBD brand PureKana and going, but PureKana have like 20, 30 different products. When they started, they wouldn't have had that many products. Look at any business. Red Bull built a whole business on one can. One can. They built $1 billion business on one can. So the Nike story, they niched down to athletes, track athletes that wanted to run fast and perform better, and they sold them a trainer. But today, they're a global phenomenon. Gymshark, another sportswear brand. It's easy to do sportswear brands because it makes sense. Gymshark started off selling stringer vests that you couldn't get in Europe. You got them in America, and the stringer vest effectively allowed guys to show off their muscle without being topless in the gym, which you weren't allowed to do. So they built a whole business around that. And then today, they are selling sportswear across the globe. Your compression wear and cool sports gear, they're going to be the next Nike. The business is now worth $1.45 billion. They started in 2011 or 2012. 1.45 billion from niching down and focusing on a very specific core on the market that wanted to show off their muscles in stringer vests in Europe that couldn't wear the tops off in the gym. Nike sold running trainers to track athletes. Now it's a global success. Look at any brand out there. They start off something very small. I think even Coca-Cola started off selling medicine, right? So what's my point? If you're a brand, you have to fucking niche down. If you don't niche down, you are going to literally disappear in the next 3 to 12 months because no one will care about your business because it's not unique. It's not different. It's no different to all the other Me Too brands out there saying the same shit about how great their product is and how awesome it is. You have to be unique. You have to niche down and speak to a specific audience so they understand you at all levels of marketing. So when they land on your site and the site speaks direct to them, they go, I get it. This is for me. I want to buy from this brand because they get who I am. Your brand has to reflect a target market's ethoses, beliefs, desires, dreams, needs, wants, pains. If you don't do that, you are going to massively struggle. And that's why, like I said yesterday, and I say all the time, when we're on board with search funnels, we have to make sure you understand who your target market is because we can't communicate with them if you don't know who they are. So your job every day of your life is to understand your target audience and only speak to them. So hopefully Nike, the global phenomenon, has now explained to you why niching down is super important. And if you ignore this video and don't want to niche down, you're going to join Fail Army. 99.999% of you haven't got the marketing budget to outmarket a non-targeted audience. So therefore, niche down. Nike did it. Gymshark do it. Coca-Cola did it. Red Bull do it. Everybody does it. You need to do it. Catch you later.